no, we don't ring the chime until the
Light
so
the candle is
when we do before
All
the
right. Well,
I do that when we do this.
Hannah, are we rolling? All
Yeah.
right. Well, hello there, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And I light our candle this morning. And our candle has 2 wicks. In the one, the first candle is the light of divinity. It's again reminding us about our own divine nature. And the second candle that we light as it grows lighter, as it grows more intense, that the light that we shine is community, and this light we shine around the world. So, well, good morning, everyone, and welcome. And we have an opening song this morning from Tim.
Sorry, guys, need to be prepared for my cue here. And this is by the great metaphysician in St. Louis, Bob Baker. I am opening up to the good. I am opening up to the good. I am opening up to the good that is my life. Joy, I am opening up to the joy. I am opening up to the joy. I am opening up to the joy that is my life. Peace, I am opening up to the peace. I am opening up to the peace. I am opening up to the peace that is my life. Love, I am opening up to the love. I am opening up to the love. I am opening up to the love that is my life. And the bridge goes like this. I am opening, 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 I am opening to the good that is my life. Fun, I am opening up to the fun. I am opening up to the fun. I am opening up to the fun that is my life. To the good that is my life.
Oh, what a great opening song. Thank you, Tim. That was great.
You're
So
welcome.
today we have our spiritual director, Diana Mangus, will be speaking today. And Diana, what is the schedule for the rest of the month?
Well, John is the speaker next week, and then we did not set September yet.
All right. Well, we're working on that. That is a work in progress. So again, thank you everyone for joining us today. Diana will go ahead and do Science of Mind 365, and then I will come back for a meditation. And then after that, then your speaker will be practitioner Diana Mangus.
Thank you. All right. The reading is from August 18th, and it says, My word accomplishes. You are either attracting or repelling according to your mental attitudes. You are either identifying yourself with lack or abundance, with love and friendship, or with indifference. You cannot keep from attracting into your experience that which corresponds to the sum total of your states of consciousness. The law of attraction and repulsion works automatically. It is like the law of reflection. The reflection corresponds to the image held before a mirror, like a mirror, mirror people. Life is a mirror peopled with the forms of it, your own acceptance. How careful then you should be to guard your thoughts, not only seeing it that you keep them from doubt and fear, accepting only the good, but equally that you should consciously repel every thought denies that good. Say, I know that my word penetrates any unbelief in my word, casts out fear, removes doubt, clears any obstacles, permitting that which is enduring, perfect, and true to be realized. I have complete faith and acceptance that all the statements I make will be carried out as I believe. I do everything with a sense of reliance on the law of good. Therefore, I know that my word should not return unto me void. I accept this word and rejoice in it, and I expect complete and perfect results from it. Now Tim will do the meditation song.
Okay, we'll make this Pachelbel instrumental.
So as we allowed Tim's music to be there for us and playing the familiar tune of Pachelbel's canon, let's just breathe in. Just breathe in that life force. Just as we breathe out, just let go of anything else that is not of spirit. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Now start breathing from your heart. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Very good. Just allow yourself just to be in the stillness and the presence coming from your heart. And know with me the truth, which is that there's only one. There's only one presence, one power, one life, one activity that is omnipresent, everywhere present, everywhere powerful, everywhere all-knowing, everywhere active. That there is no spot that God is not. That wherever that you are, that God is. Whether you be in California or in Youngstown or any Akron area, that God is there. God is right there. Because you are the tabernacle of that one life, that one activity. It is truly God expressing in and through and as you and as me. Just feel that, know that. Feel that God essence, that God presence as you. God living its life as you. Just feel that, know that. And as you feel and know that you are a center of God consciousness, of God awareness. And like said in Genesis, let there be a light, is that you have creative power and energy. You are one with that one power. Thomas Troward says that we are all distributors of that one power. And so because of that, that's the reason why, as Diana read, that we are careful with our thoughts and our words. Because with them, we do create. We create through the use of vibration and frequency. We allow ourselves just to be in that one life, that one activity. So today we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the good in our lives. And even that which is not pleasing to us, we just now know that again, that we point our attention towards that which is good. There is so much good in our lives. So we give great thanks for waking up this morning and having a bed to sleep in and being able to attend our morning gathering here using this wonderful technology. We just give great thanks for it all. So using the power of our word now, we allow ourselves to be transformed by the renewing of our hearts and minds today. That we gathering together today is a truly life-changing experience. We allow ourselves to be aware now of the one life, the one activity that's going in and through and as us. And also the responsibility that we have to really to be that God creator in our world. To be peace and love and life and light in the world. So we give great thanks for this day. This truly is the day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, as it says in the Psalms. And so today we just rejoice today that again, that we are together here. And I just now decree and just now know that our service is good and very good. That not only does it touch the hearts and lives of those who are present here, but it also goes out to touch the hearts and lives of those who are watching this online. We just now know that our light is great. And us meeting together just makes a difference in bringing about a world that does work for all. So I just give great thanks for Diana giving the talk today, for Tim doing the music, and for each and every person watching, and for each and every person on this Zoom call. For we are the ones that make up Summit Center for Spiritual Living. For it's not a building, it's the community. It's us being together. And again, celebrating our oneness with that one. And learning again how to be that active creator in the world. For all of this, I just give great thanks. As I now just release this word into the creative law. Just knowing that we're going to have, and we are having, a wonderful service today. For that, again, giving great thanks. If you agree with me, please say with me. And so it is.
Okay, go ahead, Michael.
So if you could go ahead and open up your cameras and we can take a look into each other's eyes. And again, give great thanks for Kyle and for Carol Ann, for Tim, for Diana, for Hannah, for John, and for all the people who are watching. We know you're out there. You think we don't know, but we do, and we appreciate you so very, very much watching. So, and now I present to you our spiritual leader, practitioner extraordinaire, Diana Mangus.
Thank you, Michael. Last week you were talking about the keys to something. But anyways, you were talking about fear and faith, and you were using different acronyms to faith and fear. So that kind of brought into mind thought what I wanted to talk about today. So this is pretty much from Ernest Holmes' The Science of Mind, and it is a faith, the chapter on faith. But what is faith and yeah, or fear? What is it? So faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is a mental attitude, so inwardly embodied that the mind can no longer deny it. Faith is complete when it is both a consciousness and a subjective acceptance. Faith may be consciously generated. In spiritual terminology, faith means belief in the presence of the invisible principle and law which directly and specifically responds to us. Thy faith has made thee whole. Here, perfect love casteth out fear. Fear not, little flock. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Here is the antithesis of faith. It is the negotiation of confidence. Like faith, fear may be conscious or subjective, and if it is to be eliminated, it must be removed both consciously and subjectively. Now, there are several acronyms for faith. One of them is forwarding all issues to heaven, or full assurance in the heart, or full assurance in trusting Him, finding answers in the heart, full acceptance and true harmony. Now, for fear, it's false evidence appearing real, finding excuses and reasons. That's a good one. Face everything and respond. Or false expectations are rubbish. That's my own. That's what I made up. So, anyways, there is a mental approach to faith and to fear. The universe is a spiritual system. Its law is the law of intelligence. We approach it through the mind, which enables us to know, will, and act. Prayer, faith, and belief are closely related mental attitudes. Prayer is the mental approach to reality. It is not the symbol, but the idea that's symbolized that makes prayer effective. Some prayers are more effective than others. Some only help to endure, while others transcend conditions and demonstration an invisible law which the power over the visible. Insofar as our prayer is affirmative, it is creative of the desired results. Don't we want every single prayer to be like the last one I just mentioned, that it transcends conditions and demonstrates an invisible law which has power over the visible? That is all part of our conscious thinking, but we'll get into that. Faith always has a power. Faith can be recognized as a power throughout the ages, whether it be faith in God, faith in one's fellow man, in oneself, or in what one is doing. The idea that faith has only to do with religious experience is a mistake. Faith is the faculty of the mind that finds its highest expression, and it transcends conditions and demonstrates an invisible law which has power over the invisible. Insofar as the prayer is affirmative, it is creative to the desired results. So faith has been recognized as a power throughout the ages, whether it be faith in God, faith in one's fellow man or in oneself, or what it is doing. The idea of faith has only to do with the religious experience. Is a mistake. I kind of read that earlier. And faith is a faculty of the mind that finds its highest expression in the religious attitude. But always the man who has the faith in his ability accomplishes far more than the one who has no confidence in himself. Those who have great faith have great power. So why is it that once man's prayers are answered while another remain unanswered? The big question. It cannot be the result. It cannot be that God desires more good for another person than another. It must be that all persons in their approach to reality receive results, not because of what they believe in, but because of their faith. Faith is an affirmative mental approach to reality. So when we have an affirmative approach to something, it really helps for it to make it come into reality. Misplaced faith, someone has had the entire world is someone who has said the entire world is suffering from one big fear, the fear that God will not answer our prayers. That's not a great attitude. That's not what we want. Let us analyze those fears which possess us and see if that this is true. The fear of lack is nothing more than the belief that God does not and will not supply us without whatever we need. Fear of death is the belief that the promises of eternal life must not be true. And the fear of loss of health, loss of friends, loss of property, all arise from the belief that God is not all that we claim: omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. So that's all misplaced faith. But what of fear? Nothing more, no less than the negative use of faith is faith misplaced. A belief of two powers instead of one. A belief can be a power opposed to God, whose influence and ability may bring us evil. In other words, to correct all the evils of the world would be to have positive faith rightly placed, of faith that lays hold of the integrity of the universe, the benefices of God, and of God and the unity of all life. Nevertheless, we cannot have the faith in that which we do not, in some measure, understand. Fear and faith, it's really difficult sometimes to figure between the two because we jump back and forth a lot from it. So when we try to understand faith, we must wish a faith based on the knowledge that there is nothing to fear. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The thought of fear molds the undifferentiated substance and brings it into the manifestation, the things which was fashioned in the mind. This is how faith becomes one's desire. So when we use our creative imagination, it can be strong in faith. It will create for us out of the one substance whatever we have formed in thought. It is why becomes the co-creator with God, that man is the co-creator with God. Then there will never be an end to any of the eternal verities like truth and love and beauty. There will never be an end to God, nor to any of the attributes which are co-eternal and coexistence with God. If we are wise, we shall cultivate a faith in these realities. This is not a difficult task, but a thrilling experience. Spiritual substance is all around us, waiting to be reformed. Thus, we see what Jesus said. Thus, we shall see what Jesus meant when he said, "And I say unto you, ask it, and it shall be given to you." The law must work in compliance with our demand. The divine urge within God is God's way of letting us know that we should push forward and take that which is awaiting our demand. If the good were not already ours in the invisible supply, it would be impossible for us to procure it as a manager. He openeth his hand and satisfied the desire of every creature. So what Ernest Holmes is talking about here is that faith is so important that we put our thoughts to whatever it is the positive that we want. We know that there is good, and it's only good, that spirit is good, and that we must recognize that God, the spirit wants us to have all of our desires, wants us to be a part of co-creating our plan. We are a part of it. We just automatically do that. So the more we can understand and believe and feel that which is spirit, which is the good, the easier it becomes for our faith to grow and our fear to be released. But a lot of times people get stuck in the place of fear, or they start negating their faith by bringing up the fear. It's very easy to do. Everybody wants to talk about things, but how many people do you know? And I can say that I'm one of them at times. Wants to talk about their health, and is not necessarily in a positive way. You know, or they ask you, "Well, how have you been?" And you'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm okay." Or then they'll say, "Well, you don't look so good." And then you start saying, "Oh my goodness, yeah, I haven't really been all that good." And then you go into the whole tribe, but the whole problems that you've been having, instead of the positive things that are still going on. I know I have to remember this every moment of every day, that the good is there, and that it is helping me to get better and better and better at whatever my desire is, whether it's better health, whether it's more money, whether it's just being able to get my house straightened around, whatever, something simple, getting through making dinner each day. Those are so important. So as we realize that faith is a feeling, it is more than a feeling, it's a belief. It is knowing and understanding that we co-create our existence, and that as long as we realize that there is only good and that God is only good and that God wants only good for us, that makes a big difference. So he goes on to talk about, he says, there's no confusion. History has recorded many instances of healing through faith. This is an undisputed fact. Yet we can believe in the divine power that responds more quickly to one than to another. We are compelled to see that prayer is not an end of itself. It is a means to its end. Like the practice of science of mind in its way, the principle governing faith that when the one praying becomes convinced his prayer will automatically be answered. Jesus announced the law of mind, saying, "It is done unto you as you believe." The universe exalts by its own self-pronouncement, its own affirmation. It only knows, I am. It knows nothing else. Therefore, wherever prayer in faith touches reality and prays aright, prays according to whatever the truth is, then the prayer must be answered. So, and it's available to all. It's not available just to me or you or, I don't know, Trump or Harris. It's available to everybody. We must remember that it's available right here, right now. And our ancestor believed that our records that records and embodies this living faith in their consciousness, thereby leaving us a great legacy of faith. Whatever they did, they were able to do because they grasped an instinctive faith and marched boldly on with it. Since faith is a quality unconfined to age or station, it may be yours today as much as it has been any man at any time. We are not going through a harder time today, a longer or darker night than has been experienced before. It is only darker because we have lost faith, the beacon of light. So if one is to have faith in himself, faith in his fellow man, in the universe, and in God, that faith will light the place in which he finds himself. And by the lights of his faith, he will be able to see all is good. And that's in big, bold, capital letters. All is good. And the light is shed by this faith will light the way for others. We become conscious of the darkness only when we are without faith. For faith is either the light of our day and the light on our way, making the way clearly visible to us, even when others to us are beset with obstacles and going through the rough. So, in order ways to vitalize faith, to have faith, we must have a conviction that it is well. In order to keep faith, we must allow nothing to interfere our thought with which will weaken our conviction. And I just lost my page. Okay. Anyway, so basically it is what it goes on to talk about is we have to believe in whatever it is we are looking for. So anytime we see something that we don't that does not go with what we are going for, we need to let it go. We need to allow it to go back into the nothingness from which it came, and even actually acknowledge that if we have to make it easier for our faith to grow even stronger. So if you only want to see blue things right now and green comes in, and what you want to do then is say, okay, I see green. Why is there green now there instead of blue? Well, say, okay, I let go of the green and I only bring in the blue. It's kind of, but it's a big point in how faith works. The way we are able to let go of our fear, faith becomes our mantra, our thinking, our feeling. I like the one where it says forwarding all issues to heaven. Well, or forwarding all issues to spirit, even though that's not heaven, but to the higher power, I would say. But either way, let's just realize that faith is something that you can not only can learn, but you can perfect. You can take more as you take more time to spend that time in meditation or reading about what it is that you want in your life, not the negative part. As you come to Summit Spiritual Center for Spirit, come to us, and be a part of it, and recognize that we have a positive attitude towards people and to each other, and try to be helpful to one another, then that starts to get our faith to ignite a little bit more. And as we take more time to meditate, take more time to just be in the silence, and most importantly, be in the present moment. Just like Karen Ann would tell me, be in the present moment. Then let's always have that faith. Go more for the faith and then let go of that fear. So thank you. That's all I have. Appreciate it.
There I am. That
Yeah.
was wonderful, Diana. Thank you very, very much. The chapter that Diana was talking about is in the Science of Mind textbook. I think it's chapter 10. Chapter 10, and starts at page 155. Thank you, Diana. That was just really good. It reminded me of I do read the Bible every day, and one of the things that I read again is the miracles of Jesus, and I think for me it's important to understand that it's not only the miracles of Jesus, but what prevented people from getting the miracle. Well, it's because of it wasn't that Jesus couldn't heal them; it was that the whole idea of their faith. What healed the woman who had the issue of blood was not the doctors, but again the belief that she had in that if I just touched the hem of his garment, it was her faith that saved her. So that I think that's something to recognize, that is universal principle, and that's universal law, and that's one of the reasons why I study the science of mind. I like this paragraph on 161. For those people, it's 161 2. 161, the second one. It says, it's wonderful to contemplate the mental attitude of people who are not afraid to believe that their prayers will be answered and are not afraid to say that I know, and that's in quotes. We shall all arrive at the same assurance, this perfect faith in such degree as we cease contemplating the universe as opposed to itself, as we cease to having the will to do or to be that which is contrary to universal good. So again, it's done unto us as we believe. And that's why one of the things that I teach individuals, again, is to, follow the teachings of the teacher, the master teacher, Jesus, and also other great avatars and teachers. Believe that you've already received it and it's yours. And so how do you do that? You say it by saying thank you, like I said last week, is believe that you've already received it. And again, if this is kind of new teaching to you, work on manifesting smaller things first before going for the bigger things. Again, that we teach in the foundations class, we teach the whole idea of manifesting parking spaces, and we talk about princes, palaces, and parking spaces. Is to start manifesting the small things, and then that helps us build the faith to be able to tackle again the larger things. And just one last thing, I think that again that and this is how Ernest Holmes, went ahead and he used the law of increases when he started speaking. He would mentally bless everyone who was in his audience that day, and then allow himself to experience more in his mind. He gives great thanks for what he had, and then to allow again, I give great thanks for for those who are coming here, who will be here in the future. So again, the whole idea of increasing his mental equivalent. So thank you, Diana. That was excellent. Does anyone
Thank you.
else have anything to add to the conversation here?
Carol Ann does.
While you were, thank you for that, Diana. While you were speaking, what kept going through my mind was that what we experience on Earth is a physical fact. It's a physical fact. And then the rest of that Ernest Holmes talks about is, but it's not who we really are. And then, and I like that because it fits so much to me in my treatment work of acknowledging, hey, here is the physical fact. There is hemorrhage, but it's not the truth of who we really are. We already can accept and know, and then move deeper into the truth that really sets us free. And we get stuck in the physical fact. And when we really realize that, we are these wonderful creatures that have all dominion and power, and the strength that we really have of who we are when we get out of our head, and I just love it. And that has really helped me as I have moved through this packing and unpacking and everything, that it's just kind of a quick, here's the physical fact. I cannot lift this, but the truth is, and then I can go on, and guess what? In the process of just saying a sentence or two, it's like all of a sudden I know how to lift this, or shove it, or get help, and often the answer shows up for me so that I don't have to lift it. And I really feel that as we become more adept at realizing that, the physical is here, but that larger dimension is here, and this is where we want to live. And as we start to do that in little things, then the big things, as Michael was saying, becomes more begins to manifest for us.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Carol Ann. Anyone else here?
Turn it over to Kim then.
All right. So thank you, Diana. Great message again. That was from chapter 10 of the Science of Mind textbook. Again, you may want to go ahead and read that later, and or to go ahead and to read it out loud. I think it's very powerful to not only just to see the words, but also to hear the words. The Bible says that the faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And again, the word of God can come through many different things. So again, thank you. Tim, do you have a wonderful song for us?
I think I have just the song to follow up from that incredible talk. True imagination is not a fanciful daydream. It's God's way of saying your life is much more than it seems. It's fire from heaven burning, a story waiting to be told. An idea whose time has come, patiently waiting to unfold. So boldly step right through your doubt and plant your feet on solid faith. Let the energy of life flow. Life is not just something to be endured until we die. It's to be lived in joy with no limit, not even the sky. So never hold yourself back by any past experience. Better to lean forward and follow divine intelligence and boldly step right through your doubt and plant your feet on solid faith and let the energy of life flow. A simple remedy for confusion, sadness, or fear. Open your spiritual eyes and listen with your inner ear. And boldly step right through your doubt. Plant your feet on solid faith. Let the energy of life flow. Let it flow. So it is.
Oh, so it is. Thank you, Tim. That was really wonderful. Great music again. Just you're such a blessing. Thank you for coming into our lives. It's 4 years ago, and thank you, and thank you just for the opportunity of the beautiful music that you do. All right, so it's time in our service here that we have the opportunity to give, and again that. From all the great scriptures, it's not the amount that you give, it's how you give it. It's as we give in love, we receive back in love. So again, if we feel that we have to give out of obligation, then again, the universe feels that it has to give back in some type of obligation. So the whole idea here is to give in love. And so, if to give you the opportunity to give here at Summit CSL, a couple of ways you can give. You can give through Zelle. If you have a Zelle account, and that's sscofakron@gmail.com, sscofakron@gmail.com. Or you can go ahead and you can give through sending us a check to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio 44310. If you put Summit CSL or something where it says Summit, the bank will cash it. We like that. So symbolically, you can take your gift in your hand, right top over left, as we bless it, and whatever that we bless does increase. So as we just symbolically we do that, we just give great thanks for all the good that we have. And that we are able then to share that good. And we share it lovingly and without reserve to the ministry and the message of Summit Center for Spiritual Living. Again, spreading that universal good through love. So we release our gift into that great receptacle of Summit Spiritual Center, realizing and recognizing that as we give to our spiritual centers and places, that again, that is given back to us 100-fold in many, many ways. So we give lovingly and we receive back lovingly. And so it is. Amen. All right. Good and more good. Do you know good and more good now again? Or okay, that's okay.
That. I'll do my old standby instead.
Okay.
All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. So it is?
Yeah, so it is. Thank you. What a wonderful song, Tim. All right. So for John, the announcement is yeswise.com. That's yeswise.com. And for yours truly, ntmedia.org, ntmedia.org. And again, it was the CDs that I had were from Carol Ann, were people were just taking them off the table. So it was really wonderful to take Carol Ann's a wonderful member of our community, to be able to take some of her wonderful stuff and to be able to share it with the world. So, but again, lots of great programs on ntmedia.org, or I broadcast a lot of the things that I do personally on our Summit CSL page, or Summit Spiritual Center of Akron Facebook page. So, and I think by doing that, it has increased the people viewing our page just by doing that. So it's been really wonderful. So, all right. Any other announcements here? Carol Ann and I are putting together a meditation, some weeks of meditation here coming up. So we will get back to you with more details about that. And the other thing too is, if you would like a book study, or for us to do one of the accredited classes, the new catalog came out this week of accredited classes and also non-accredited. So maybe we can do one of those that came out of home office this week. So, but again, the classes allow us again to gives us an opportunity then to be who we are, and to take away that which is not ours, and to allow ourselves to be, again, the divine creatures that we are. So, all right. Any other announcements? Okay. So hearing none, Diana, if you could bring us into our time of silence and then ring us out, please.
All right, and I'm using our new bell that chimes that Carol Ann gave us. So I will go higher note to the lowest note to go into the silence, and then we'll go when we'll go the opposite way when the time is up. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait a minute, that's not right.
So let us know together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us, that wherever we are, that God is, and all is well. All right. Tim, sing us out, please.
John I haven't heard John at least do this song recently, so. We are the people of love. We are the people of love. Sing out, people, sing out love. We are the people of love. We are the people of peace. We are the people of peace. Sing out, people, sing out peace. We We are the people of peace. We are the people of joy. We are the people of joy. Sing out, people, sing out joy. We are the people of joy. We are the people of love. We are the people of love. Sing out, people, sing out love. We are the people of love.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone watching. We conclude our service here. And again, thank you very much.
Hannah, you just getting us